Blog Talk Radio.
Behold the King of Kings. On your knees, dog. All hail. Bow down to the King. Bow down to the King in red as he walked from the place.
MOF Radio. You want to know what's up in the MOF?
Through the halls and the corridors, singing.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to MOF Radio, Season 27. This is the kickoff show to Season 27, which means as soon as we go off the air, the weeks will open up. We're opening the first 3 weeks, and we'll be ready to rumble. So go schedule your games now. Play them as soon as possible. This way you avoid suspension. But first, before we do that, let's congratulate Coach Bubba Duran for winning the Super Bowl with the Denver Broncos. Congrats. That was a golf clap. This is only Bubba's second season here, so to win it already, pretty impressive. Congrats to you. So also, congrats to Trigger Dan for getting to the big dance, even though he only went 9-7 with the Niners in the regular season. But he brought it in the playoffs. He took control of the games. He beat the elite teams. So congrats and thanks for beating me, you son of a bitch. So, we have a great show tonight. We'll be going over each division, giving you division winners, giving you some playoff predictions, some yearly award predictions, and, of course, the predicted champion of Season 27. So with that, first things first, we changed some rules, if you guys didn't already know. Gone are scouting reports. They're not mandatory anymore, so I'm glad you guys are probably happy about that. In addition, scouting reports will help your draft position, though. So gone are the bottom worst 5 records getting a certain pick. That's gone. If you do your scouting reports, do your stats, all of the above, you will being in a group 1 inside your group. It's kind of confusing if I explain it word by word, but if you just look on the rules page, it'll break it down for you. You know, we have 4 groups. Veterans played 16 games and didn't make the playoffs. They will pick first. Group 2 will be the veterans who made the playoffs. They'll pick second. And they're always ordered by how they're eliminated, so that doesn't pertain to them. The third group will be coaches who didn't finish 16 games or coaches that were in the MOF previously who want to come back in. And the fourth group is always rookies. So but inside those groups, there'll be 4 more groups, activity level 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you do all 16 reports, you got a number 1. You'll be pushed, obviously, into that group. Number 2, I think, was 11 to 15 scouting reports and all your stats. Basically, if you stay active, if you do your scouting reports, you'll be in that one group, which will pick first in each group above that. So I know it's hard to grasp, but check it out. It's a good system, I think. It means scouting reports not mandatory, but they will help if you don't. So with that said, let's go over real quick. We also added QB read rules. QB read has put in this edition, this game. It's a little broken, if you ask me. I mean, if you can sit there and run the QB read with Tom Brady, you probably gain 100 yards if you ran 10 times. So if that happens, it's obviously broken. So we made a list. Quarterbacks in the AFC, quarterbacks in the NFC that are allowed to run the QB read, which means you can only run the QB read with these guys, which means also you can't just run the QB read and hand it off to the running back. That counts as QB read because the defense stands up, thinks the quarterbacks can run. So we made lists. Check them out. They're on the rules page. I think we'll be fine. We don't really have any problems, but we have to, rectify it a little bit. So also, we changed the mercy rule a little bit. You can now pass the ball when you're winning by 35 points or more. But you can only pass on third down for a first down only. to keep the clock moving. So instead of facing 11-man blitzes and fumbling the ball, having the other guy come back somehow, it happened. I've seen it before. So you can throw the ball quick, get down, don't rub it in, and we'll be fine. So that's pretty much it with the rules. Nothing else really changed. We just kind of changed the format. So check them out, print them out, and let's play fair. Okay. So with that said, let's hit the playoff theme music. So let's go over some predictions. Yeah. All right. AFC East. We're going to start quick first. We saw Zach Holtz get the Bills. We saw Hulk Smash get the Dolphins. UCC Brett took the Patriots, and Latin Yank is back with the Jets. This division is pretty interesting. I think it'll be a two-man race, Patriots-Jets, down to the wire. I think the Dolphins will end up beating one of these guys, maybe both of these guys, and Woody too. You never know with Woody, but the problem is the Buffalo Bills just aren't a good team. So hopefully he can overcome that and get some wins because, we all like the Woody. But I think the Patriots will come up on top in this division. I think Brett is just too good on offense for Coach Alex to handle. I know Alex breaks down each game, each play. He printed out playbook he looks like Bill Belichick in front of his TV with the controller. But I just think it's too much. The Patriots have too much. Tom Brady's too much, and I think Brett's going to get in. Maybe the Jets get a wild card. I'm not really sure, but I think that this is the Pats division to lose. Now you look at the AFC North. We have Big Dre back with the Ravens. UK Cat is back with the Bengals. When I say that, I mean he was with the Bengals season 21. Or I might have been season 22. I'm not really sure. Either way, when UK Cat is the Bengals, he plays very well. We got Coach Cedar Point with the Browns, another good coach, and Coach Poley is back, thank God, with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So a lot of coaches that were in the MOF past are back in this division. Seems like UK Cat, Cedar Point, Poley, all back. Big Dre, he has to be the favorite. Last season he was 12-4 with these same Ravens. He knows how to play with these guys. He knows their defense. He knows their run game. He knows the pass game. He's going to be tough to beat. I expect the other three teams to all hover around second place. They're all going to be fighting for that number 2, even though Paulie, I think, gave up 70 points last night in the scrimmage game. So he better get that going, or he's going to be in the basement way before long. So Baltimore is going to win this division, I think, outright. Maybe the second-place team has a shot at the wild card, but I just don't think they're going to win enough games to get in. But you never know. If anyone's going to make it, Paulie will figure it out because Paulie is a coach. Paulie has that heart. He takes the MOF seriously. He takes his hobby seriously. So if anyone's going to make it, it'll be the Steelers. Now, the AFC South, we got Frank Thomas. Let me tell you quick about this guy. The big hurt, Minden Playa. He was 9-7 with the Seahawks last season. He was 1-6 to start. He finished 9-7. Very nice start. Very nice finish. The season before that, he was the Jaguars, and he also finished 9-7, just missing the playoffs. So Minden Playa is definitely a playa, to say the least. He's turning into an elite guy. He's a quiet guy, but he can play. And he's the Houston Texans, and you never know with those guys. So the Colts got Steve Sutton, Dagger, the MOF point guy aficionado. I know some guys have some gripes with his point system, but hey, you take it up with him, not with me, all right? Anyway, he's the Colts this season. He had a pretty rough season last year with the Vikings. I say last year, I mean last season. All he had was Adrian Peterson, but now he has Richardson, he has Luck, he has a pretty good team, so he might make some noise. You got the Jaguars with Coach Radar, who was a rookie last season with the Rams. He was kind of stuck with the Jags since he had the last pick, so he's going to have a rough season. I apologize in advance, Radar. Just stick it out, and you'll earn lots of respect for that. And then the Tennessee Titans, Coach Loki Doki, your favorite coach. He is the Tennessee Titans. He was absolutely outstanding with the Bengals last season. 15-1. He won both offensive and defensive MVPs. So he's locked and loaded, ready to go. He was 3 points away from going undefeated last year, but he lost. He tripped up in the playoffs to the Broncos in the AFC Championship. So, and the year before that, he tripped up again in the AFC Championship. So you kind of start to wonder, all right, maybe Loki Doki can play in the regular season. Can he play in the postseason? So this is going to be his third year. This is the year where he really needs to punch it out, go for the Super Bowl, and let's see if he can do it. So the AFC West now. The AFC West, we see the Broncos. Bubba Durant is back, the champ. He picked the Broncos, very good idea, because he would have had, I think, the 25th pick or something like that. So a good idea. Keep with the Broncos, Peyton Manning, those receivers. Very nice. The Chiefs, Coach MMX, back with the Chiefs, his favorite team. He was the Chargers last season, not very good. Not very active either, but he has a lot going on with the new site, new baby, married life. I know how it is. I don't really know how it is, but I can understand. So MMX is going to need to concentrate if he really wants to knock Bubba Durant off the pedestal this season. Then you got the Raiders bringing back Team KA to the team. Team KA went to the Super Bowl with the Raiders, season 25. He lost to the Panthers, but he came back last season with the Falcons. He was 7-9, not very good. Good finish, but not good start. So he's back home. He feels comfortable with the Raiders, and I think he'll make some noise there too. Then the San Diego Chargers got stormed down burst. His first full season back in the MOF. Last season he finished 3-8 with the Chiefs, took over a 0-5 team. So not that great, but we'll see what happens. So the AFC looks a little like this. I got the Patriots winning the East, the Ravens winning the North, the Titans winning the South, and the Broncos winning the West. The Raiders and the Steelers were my wild cards. The Titans were my home field advantage, and I had the Titans coming out of the AFC, beating the Broncos in the AFC Championship, giving Duran a taste of his own medicine, and getting to the Super Bowl for the AFC. So, Loki Doki, congrats in advance. Now, the NFC East, we see the NFC East come back here. We got Dallas Cowboys, Quincy Peterson, QPZ back with the Cowboys. That's his team. He's happy about that. You can't blame him. The Cowboys are great on offense. They have a lot of pieces that I know personally. Des Bryant is nearly unstoppable. Witten is great. Murray is very underrated. And their defense is good. So these guys have a lot of talent, and it's fun to play with them. So I expect a lot out of QPZ. The New York Giants have hired Coach Trigger Dan, the NFC champion last season with the Niners. Now he comes back with the Giants, who obviously are not as good as the Niners, but it's still Trigger Dan. He knows how to win. He has one of the best records in the past 10, 11, 12 seasons here. He's right at the top all the time. He made his first Super Bowl appearance last season, so let's see if he can come back again with the Giants this season. Then the Eagles, you got Mr. Roklo's back with the Eagles. He was the Eagles last season. It was 8-8. Lost a lot of close games. He could have been 12-4. But unfortunately, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. 8-8. That's what you are. That's who you are. You're 8-8. So I expect about the same again this season. Then the Redskins without Betts. Kind of strange, but it is what it is. Madden USA. He didn't finish well. He didn't play well, to say the least. 2-14 with the Raiders last season. The Redskins are obviously a better team, but I don't know, Madden USA. You're in a tough division here. So this division, I think, is going to be really tough. I think the Eagles, Giants, Cowboys are all going to battle for that first place shot. So I don't know. And the wild card, too. The wild card is going to be tough to come out of the NFC because there's a lot of good teams in the NFC that are going to finish with double-digit wins, and it's going to be tough to get in. So every team's going to really have to try to win their division this season. Then you got the NFC North. You got the Chicago Bears, Chief or D. He's here with he was the Colts last season, the season before that. 13-3 last season with the Colts, very good season. He was knocked out by the Broncos in the playoffs last season. Then you got the Lions. Yours truly, the Lions. Was 12-4 with the Cowboys last season. Now I got Calvin Johnson, Reggie Bush, Matt Stafford. I'm excited to say the least. I should be able to put up a lot of points, but my defense might be a little suspect. Then you got the Green Bay Packers, Brad DeVito, who won Comeback Coach of the Year last season. 12-4 with the Titans. He was gone for 14 seasons, but didn't miss a beat. 12-4 with the Titans, and now he has the Packers, much better team. Then the Vikings with Coach Crazy is back. His name's Crazy for a reason. Picked the Vikings again. Adrian Peterson, no quarterback. I mean, he only won 3 games with the Saints last season, so what is he going to do with the Vikings? I mean, no offense, but you're in a tough division, son. This division, again, like the NFC East, I think it's going to be a 3-team race. Bears, Lions, Packers. the team with the best division record is going to win its division. Simple as that. And the other two will definitely be fighting for that wild card. So we'll see what happens. Now the NFC South. Go back to NFC South here. Thomas Betts, coach, New York Redskins 35. He's no longer the Redskins. He is now the Falcons. So that screen name's a little strange to see under the Falcons name. Matt Ryan, Steven Jackson, Julio Jones, Gonzalez, a lot of good players for the Falcons. I think Betts will like the Falcons a lot. He'll be a tough team. Then you get the Panthers, hiring back D. Panther. It's nice to see him under the Panthers again, because seeing D. Panther with the Broncos is just kind of weird. Kind of like seeing New York Redskins with the Falcons. So anyway, New Orleans Saints have hired I Got a Sexy Wife, Coach Ron Clark. Usually a Pittsburgh Steelers coach, but this season decided to go with the Saints. Good decision. Great offense. Very good running game, even though most people don't run with the Saints, and a very good defense too. So the Saints are going to be tough. They're going to be really tough. And the Buccaneers have brought young Cat back to the mix. Vinny Cotterano, MOF Super Bowl champion, new Hall of Fame coach. He had to leave last season due to a personal issue, so we're glad he's back. We're glad he's back with the Buccaneers because hopefully that slows him down a little bit. Mike Glennon, that quarterback, not very good, but Doug Martin, Darrell Revis, that defense is very good. It's going to be tough to beat, too. So this division, I think, is going to be close again. We're going to have the two Hall of Famers, Betts and Cotterano, Young Cat and New York Redskins are going to be battling for that division. I think those head-to-head matchups are really going to matter with those two teams, so we'll see what happens. And don't count the Saints. I think the Saints have a shot, too, Ron Clark, but you know what? Based on his performance last season, 5-11 with the Steelers, really kind of grinding my gears. I can't really go with the Saints here. So, and unfortunately, the Panthers, we love Damon Clark, but it's going to be tough for you, buddy. And the NFC West. The NFC West is another division, season in, season out, last couple of seasons. Teams will win this division with 9 wins, 8 wins, and the rest of the teams have just been awful. So it's going to be tough to really see anyone but who's next winning this division. I think it's all his. Seahawks. Coach who's next was the Browns last season. He went 11-5 and missed the playoffs. So yeah, wrap your head around that one. 11-5 with the Browns is very impressive. So the Seahawks, I think he's going to be very good. You got the Cardinals. Rafael Morales is back. R. Morales, 26. He was the Browns back in season 25. He went 3-13. We're hoping that Raf stays active this season because if he doesn't, he's getting the axe. Now, the Rams, they got Pettigrew, 95, who was the 31st pick in the draft. He picked the Rams over the Jaguars. I mean, what are you going to pick? Sheer piss, So he picked shit and got the Rams. Now the Niners, Trev Tapp, 1-15 last season with the Patriots, 1-15 with the Patriots. But these Niners are hard to lose with. I mean, I'm sure Trev will find a way, but I still think the Niners are going to be tough. They're going to be tough to beat. They'll win some games that you say, huh? I can't believe Trev beat that guy. But it's going to happen, and I think the Niners, if they can have some balls bounce their way, might be in the playoffs. So that's that. Now, the NFC I have looking like this. I have the Dallas Cowboys winning the NFC East over a tiebreaker of the Giants. I have the Bears winning the NFC North. I have the Buccaneers winning the NFC South and the Seahawks winning the NFC West. I have myself, the Lions, and the Packers winning the wild card. But this is going to be a tough wild card. I mean, you got the Giants, the Eagles, the Lions, the Packers, the Falcons, the Saints, the Niners are all going to be battling for those two spots. So that's my prediction. And in the NFC, I have the Buccaneers beating the Lions in the NFC Championship. Young Cat meeting Loki in the Super Bowl. We're going to see old school versus new school, and I believe Loki is going to win this. Loki is going to be your champion of season 27. You heard it here first. We're going to see Chris Johnson have a huge season. I think he'll probably have around maybe 4,000 yards total, maybe 35 touchdowns total. He's going to be unreal with Chris Johnson. So, low-key, looking at you, the pressure's on you to win it all, and that's who I'm picking. So, now, with that said, take a look at the power rankings. A little different. I'm moving everything to the forum now, all the features, all the columns, because we're going to be moving to the new site very soon, and I do not have the capability to edit any HTML, any code. I won't be able to do that. So I won't be able to update the site like we normally do with all the links and everything. So I have to move everything over to the forum or over to Google Docs. Don't worry, that will make it look good. And as you can see, you can go to the boards. You can go under features and columns. Then MOF power rankings. We have week 1 power rankings. A couple of you guys already commented underneath, so I mean you saw it. But number 1, obviously, I'll go through the top 10 real quick. Number 1, the Broncos. Obviously, I mean you can't really argue with that. He's the former champ. He's a defending champion. Until he loses a couple games, he's going to stay number 1. So we'll see what happens. Number 2, my prediction to win the championship, Coach Loki Doki. Number 2, the Titans. Like I said before, he had a serious season with Giovanni Bernard last season. Now he has Chris Johnson, who's Bernard on steroids. So I think the Titans will have a very good season. Number 3 in my rankings is Coach Chieffer D with the Bears. I really think Chieffer's going to have a really nice season with the Bears. It fits his style perfect. Matt Forte, Jay Cutler, Brandon Marshall, Devin Hester, Diaz. Just a lot of weapons, a very good defense. I think Chieffer's going to have a very good year. Number 4 was the NFC champions of last year, Coach Trigger Dan. Him and the Giants, which is going to be a little tough to win games to these Giants. Their offensive line is in shambles. Their run game's not very good. And of course, you got Eli. You got that pass game. You got a pretty good rush. But it's going to be tough, Trigger. But you're still number 4 because, you went to the Super Bowl last season. Number 5 is yours truly, the Lions. Like I said before, the Lions, their offense is incredible. No one's going to be able to stop Calvin Johnson. I'll tell you right now, I'm throwing to Calvin Johnson all game, so you better double, triple team him. I'm still going to catch it, so be ready to be pissed off. Number 6, coming in at number 6, the Patriots, Coach UCC Brett. It's always good to see the Patriots with a good coach because usually the Patriots do not have a very good coach and they don't win any games, and you always wonder how the Patriots have one of the worst records in MOF history when they have Tom Brady, So it's going to be good to see Coach UCC Brett win some games with Tom Brady. Number 7, I have the Green Bay Packers coming in. Brad DeVito, great return last season. I think he'll have even a better season this year. Maybe he won't have the 12-4 record, but he's going to be tough to beat. I think he'll be a playoff team. He might even win a division. You never know, but the Packers will be a team to reckon with. And then the Ravens coming in at number 8. I think he'll also be a quiet coach because you got the Broncos and Titans in the Division 2. So the Ravens, like last year, will go under the radar, win a division probably by week 8, and then hopefully do some damage in the playoffs because we like Dre. Hopefully he can get to the big dance. Number 9, Atlanta Falcons, Coach Betts. People are kind of not talking about Betts anymore because maybe they think his dominance is kind of disappearing. Maybe they think, I don't know, he's getting old, like Bill Parcells, kind of getting old, kind of getting bored. I don't know. He's going to have to dial back and play well if he wants to advance. I don't have him making the playoffs, to be honest with you, but he's going to have to prove some people wrong. He's still number 9 in my book, though. And then number 10, I got the Jets coming in. Number 10, Alex is going to have a tough season this year. I'm sorry, buddy, but you're in a division with Brett. You didn't beat anyone last season with the winning record. You fed on the bottom feeders. You're a bully. You're a bottom feeding dweller. All you beat is losers, and you lose in the playoffs every season. So prove me wrong, and you'll move up in the rankings. Should I keep going? All right, I'll keep going. Number 11, I had the Seahawks. Coach who's next? I have a feeling he'll be moving up pretty quickly, but I had to put him here because I just did. So number 12, we got the Cowboys, number 12. I think he'll probably move up too because I think he's going to win this division, but right now he's number 12. Number 13, Houston Texans, Coach Minden Playa. Quiet guy again, like I said, but Houston's going to be a good team. A little bit of quarterback troubles, but if you can get around that, the rest of the team is very solid. I put Coach Paulie at 14, and I might be regretting this because he's telling me that he can't play with these guys. They're slow, they're old. He's getting beat by 85 points a game. It's going to be tough for Paulie. He'll get it going, but it's going to be tough in the beginning. Coach Youngcat, 15. Maybe a little low for him, but when you miss a season like this, like the whole season, I can't really give you respect yet. So once you start winning games, you'll be right back up top. Mr. Roklo, number 16. Like I said, last season I went 8-8. I expect a better season out of you this season. I know I bust your balls a lot, but you'll be fighting for that division. You need to have some balls bounce your way as well. I would start Nick Foles if I were you over Michael Vick. It would eliminate your you want to run when you start Vick, you want to run the ball. You're like, oh man, I want to take off and run with Vick. You fumble, Vick gets hurt, you throw picks. Stay in that pocket with Foles, throw that ball around, use the speed, use McCoy, and I think you'll have a better season. Number 17, I have Coach Pettigrew with the Rams. Yeah, maybe I ranked him a little high, but I like Pettigrew, and yeah. Coach Team KA with the Raiders is 18th. He's going to move up too. Like I said, though, before last season, he had a tough go at it. So I'm kind of basing this off last season a little bit. This season, kind of like just kind of making a mix out of it. I think the Raiders will move up here. Coach Team KA is much more motivated when he has the Raiders. So, Coach Woody, I have at 19 in the Buffalo Bills. Woody's back. He was the Jags last season. He started off 6-2, which we were really impressed about. Then he fell off the face of the earth. Finished 7-9 with the Jags. He took over for the Bears. He was in prime position to make the playoffs. Couldn't do it there either. So he was coming off a season 26 hangover, if you want to say that. And I don't think the cure to that hangover is the Buffalo Bills, buddy. So number 20, we have the Miami Dolphins and Coach Hulk Smash U. Hulk Smash, one of the best names in the league. He was the Bills last season. He finished off pretty good. Now he's Miami with a full season ready to go. Miami is a pretty good team. Like I said before, I think he'll split with the Jets. He could split with the Patriots, and you never know if you can win a couple other games here and there. He might surprise you. The Saints I have at number 21. Coach Ron. Usually the Steelers. He had a very bad year last year, but I think he'll bounce back a little bit. I don't think he's going to make the playoffs, but he'll get close. And you have the Jaguars, number 22. Coach Radar. Probably should have put them a little lower, but Radar played well with the Rams last season, so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt before he gets to number 32, which he'll probably stay all season. Then you got number 23, the Vikings, Coach Crazy. Like I said before, he's crazy. Peterson, that's all you got. If you can figure out a way to pass the ball with either Freeman or Cassell or Ponder, you might have a shot, but it's going to be tough for you. You got Coach Cedar Point, number 24, the Browns. Cedar is very good. He's a very good coach. His activity is a little bit of a problem, like kind of like Morales a little bit. But we talked to him. He knows the deal. He's going to be active, and then when he's active and ready to play, he's going to be tough. So we'll see if he can climb out of number 24. Number 25, we've got Coach MMX and the Chiefs. The real-life Chiefs are undefeated in the NFL. A lot of people think they're a little overrated. I don't. I think they're a very good team, very good defense. Alex Smith wins games, and if Coach MMX can play like that, he'll win games too. Then you got Coach Dagger with the Colts, number 26. Again, I think he will move up, but based on last season, this is where he is going to be. He was 3-13 with the Vikings last season. Much better team than the Colts. He'll move up. Coach UK Cat, number 27 with the Bengals. Again, last season very tough, 3-13 with Miami. He lost a lot of bad games. He was the only team to lose to the Patriots last season, so that's bad. But the Bengals are a good team, and I expect UK Cat to improve drastically. See what happens. The Cardinals are at 28. Coach Morales took the Arizona Challenge. We'll see what happens here. I don't really expect too much out of you, Raf. The Cardinals are very bad, and you're in a very tough division, so we'll see what happens. Coach Storm Down Burst took the San Diego Chargers, and he's ranked 29th. When you don't win with the Chiefs and you pick the Chargers, it's only downhill from here. I don't think he's going to win too many games, so he might be staying around low 20s here. Number 30, the Washington Redskins. When's the last time you saw the Redskins down this far in the power rankings in the MOF? Coach Madden USA. He won 2 games last season. If he doubles his wins, he'll win 4. If he triples them, he wins 6. So doesn't look too good for Madden USA unless he could really surprise us. Coming in at 31 is Coach D. Panther with the Panthers. Again, D. Panther, not the most talented coach, but very dedicated, great sport, plays sim ball. He's the epitome of what an NFL or an MOF coach should be, and yeah, NFL too, because he's a sport. So, but he's ranked 31st. Anyway, ranked 32nd, Coach Trev Tapp in the 49ers, because he won 1 game last season, and when you win 1 game, that's where you end up. So, with that said, I thank you all for joining, and even though we went off the air, we can still record, and I hope you all listen to the show. Everyone have a great season, and this is for you, Duran.